Hey, it's your girl, Adria.
And April.
And you're listening to our podcast, Twinversations, a conversation with twins by twins.
Our podcast is a curated space that delves into twins' fascinating bonds and experiences through conversations, storytelling, and community. Welcome to Twinversations, a conversation with twins by twins. I am your co-host, April.
And I am your other co-host, Adria Brody. We are filming episode 2, and I'm super excited about that.
I'm ecstatic. Okay, first of all, to our audience, words cannot express how excited Adria and I are to have our most favorite twins in the world be our first guest on this episode.
Absolutely.
And this podcast. But before we actually get there, because there's a story behind how we know each other, how we're linked and connected in our bond. Adria, you want to go ahead and chime in?
So because there are a lot of twins on this, this podcast today, well, 2 sets for sure. And
but we're a lot.
You know how we get together and we cannot stop laughing. I want to put a disclaimer to those who are listening and watching that, whatever stories you hear on this podcast, Twinversation Podcast is not responsible. So with our guest, Airica and Monica, if you find yourself in a familiar story that they're telling about themselves, take it up with them. The only thing Twinversation Podcast is responsible for is making sure that people can walk in their authentic self and tell their authentic story. So I'm going to have our guests introduce themselves, and I'm going to go across from me.
I'm Airica. I'm twin A. And I'm Monica, twin B.
Oh, I'm twin B too. Hey. And what's so funny is that Airica and I are twin A and you two are twin B, but actually it's me and Monica that are the twins together and you two are the twins together.
Yes, and that is so interesting because that's something else that we want to talk about today is like not only do twins have the bond between their twin, but we all have our own bond together as twins. So we'll come to I feel like there's a moment there. But first things first, welcome again to episode 2. One of the, what did you guys think when April and I brought this idea to you guys? That we wanted you
like a year ago.
Podcast. It was like a year ago, year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Like, were you nervous? Were you eager? Were you?
No, I was just like I was just ecstatic
that you
guys were actually like living out your dream.
Yeah.
Because I know we were kind of like, we all had the same sentiments. Like, we want to do like a, like start something different, like in our careers. And I was just like, oh my God. Like, I remember telling Airica on the way home, like, that is so awesome. Like, I can't wait to be their first guest. Like, that's going to be so cool. And then like right now, I was talking to a guy at the store and he's like, I was telling him about the podcast. He's like, oh, he's all, so how did you get into podcasting? Well, no, I said, it's not my podcast. I said, it's
you can take credit if you want to.
I said, they're twins and they're doing a podcast. I said, and they just happen to be our cousins. I said, but I'm an identical twin. Yes. My twin's in the car. So I'm like throwing all these like twins out there and he's looking at me like, okay.
way to raise awareness for twins.
Exactly. There needs to be more awareness.
Right?
Exactly.
Thank you.
Absolutely agree. There needs to be more awareness. So how we start off the podcast is, welcome. You are our first guest. April and I did the first episode and we survived. So we had some after chats, but we survived.
Good job, ladies.
So the first thing we want to know is like, what are your twin stats? Like, who's born first? How many minutes? That kind of thing.
So I was born first. That's why I'm twin A. And then 6 minutes later, my roommate came out.
Yeah. As she said, womb mate.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly. So for those of you that don't know.
Thank you for saying
we were
that.
mates in the womb. and then our older sister. So you guys have older sister too. We have our older sister and we all share the same sentiments about our older siblings.
Yes, we do.
Right.
And we will have a special podcast. And I haven't decided if they're going to get their own show or we're just going to be all of us.
Because half a show.
Yes. Half a show. Exactly. Or maybe a bonus episode. The last 3 minutes. The last 3 minutes. For the audience who
do a cameo.
Exactly. For the audience who do not know, we are related. We're family. Our siblings, who are our older sisters, they also have their own bond as singletons. Because, again, as we mentioned in the first, if you have not heard in our first episode, that singletons are you non-twin folks. And that's what we named you. I'm sure other twins say that as well. So it's not a name that we coined or came up with.
Right.
But they have their own gripes and concerns and challenges with being our sibling.
Right.
And vice versa.
Exactly.
There's nothing special about that.
I don't think it's our fault because that's how society set it up. Okay? So we just was like born into it, so they should get over it at this point.
But like, because God looked at us and said, we need another one of those.
Thank you.
That's not our fault.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
Well, you take it up with the Lord.
Take it up with the Lord at this point. And I'm so happy you called out the womb mates, because a lot of twins, that's what we say. Like, happy birthday to my womb mate or whatever. But people don't really understand, like, there was a lot of dynamic happening in the womb. With twins, like, we were getting ourselves together, I think, saying, like, how we're going to come out. What do we want to do? So I would love to just hear a little bit about, you know what? Adrian and I were saying last night, the night before, we was like, okay, so we've been knowing each other well over 40-something years. And I don't even know if I know your actual twin story. Like, we've never, the funny thing is that other people like actually focus on us, but we don't focus on each other as twins or even within ourselves. So have you two ever thought about what is your twin story? Do you know it? Like, I know how you grew up, but for the audience who doesn't know, how did you grow up being a twin, and what did that look like in the family dynamic?
So we were like always made to dress the same exact way. My mom was like so anal about that. Like our barrettes had to be in the same position, same color. I couldn't have 3 ponytails. She couldn't have 4.
There was no individuality. Right. It was like I was my sister, she was me.
Yeah.
Like that was
gosh,
it.
exactly.
So if you saw one of us, you saw both of us.
Yeah.
Like that's just the way it was, and it was so bad that like even when we went to school, like they wouldn't put us in the same classroom because we looked too much alike.
Yeah.
So it was just like, and then I think like even with our clothes when we got older, I think she started letting us wear different colors.
Yeah. Oh. Same outfit, but different colors.
Graduation. Different
So
colors.
she actually assigned us club colors.
Oh, wow.
Airica was red, I was blue.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even get to pick the color. So Mommy Pam, if you're listening,
we got a section called Twin right at the end of this. That is so interesting. When was the age where you stopped dressing alike? Like Adrian and I literally, it says grade, like we said in the first episode, honey, we cannot do this no more. So when did you all?
Probably like junior high.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably like later in junior high, maybe like around 8th grade.
Yeah.
Where like I might have got something different than she got. But for the most part, when she would shop for us, she would buy the same thing. We just wouldn't wear it on the same day.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think like maybe high school is like when we started, like she kind of went more like, like jeans and a t-shirt. And I went like more the dressier.
You've always been real classy.
I've always been like, I've always been like,
I'm with you with the t-shirt. Hence today.
Right.
I literally told April today.
Look at, we're both wearing
I told April this morning, I was like, do you want to put a black blazer on with that? She was like, no, I do not. I'm like, oh, okay. I just want to get it out there. Totally.
Just a suggestion. You
Yeah,
know?
just
So
You guys in the womb had more time to clear yourselves.
Exactly.
We did. So
Exactly.
how do
It out.
you feel that the family treated you all as twins? I know in our family, like you were saying, like everything was grouped together. Individuality was not part of that. But even like amongst cousins, like our first cousins, how do you feel like? Do you feel like you guys got more attention? Do you feel like there was less attention and more put on Shonda, your older sibling, or
Never.
not? Because
No.
Keisha didn't
There
have
was
that.
more attention definitely put on us.
Yeah, I think that's why she didn't like us. I think that's why she grew up like literally hating us.
Because it was kind of like, the twins are here with Shonda.
I think we still hear that gripe to this day.
But I think like with our cousins, it was like there was like some cousins, like when we were the cousins that we were with every day.
Yeah.
Like Jeanette, Crystal,
Yeah.
like Eric and them. It was kind of like, we had like allies.
Yes.
Yes.
Twins need allies.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's twin haters out there. Seriously.
We're going to talk about this as well.
Yes, definitely.
There
But
is.
yeah, I think they were excited, that, because in like the day-to-day life, like the normal life, it was just us. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of, I think they were like, especially the aunts and uncles and stuff like that. I think they were like very excited.
Are you all the only set
Yeah.
on your side of the family?
Yeah.
And we were born on my grandma's birthday too. So that was like,
So that was even more special.
oh yeah. Exactly.
Putting it on thick.
Yeah.
I'm all Shonda never could. By the way.
One thing you brought up that's so important, and we did this survey or whatever, but we also, ever since we released like the snippet of the episode, we get so many people come up to us and say, oh, I think you should talk about this. I want to hear about this. And identity is huge. And obviously we know, and you mentioned it a little bit about, you don't really get to get your own identity, or if you do, when do you get it? Mm-hmm. So first and foremost, have you found your own identity? And then two, and if you have not, when are you going to get it?
Exactly. So to answer that, yes, we have found our own identity, but other people don't think we found our own identity.
Oh my God, I'm so happy you said that.
So, because often it's like, oh, well, Monica did this, so how come you don't do it? Or, oh, Airica did this, so how come you don't do it? You know, so it's like, but we're two different people.
Yes.
So yes, we do look exactly the same. Yes, we do, favor. A lot of times we literally will come into the house with the exact same, my mom's house with the exact same thing on.
Yes.
At times, but we do have our own personalities, our own identities, and a lot of people don't understand that.
And they don't.
Yeah.
And
no, go ahead, Airica.
I was going to say, I think I struggled with that, like when we were like in college, like around that time, because like Monica was like off doing stuff that I wasn't ready to do. So it was kind of like I felt left behind a little bit in a way, because we had always been grouped together,
Did you talk to Airica about the things you wanted to do that necessarily she was ready to do? Like, because April and I were talking last night too, along with identity, it's like your twin path. Is that something you brought to Airica? Like, I'm interested in doing this, or I'm going to pursue it, and you just went your way? Or
usually we talk, because but we're just like super close, so we talk like, there's not a week that we don't. Exactly. So we will talk like often, and I'll bring it up in conversation. I think like a lot of stuff like I probably told her that I never told anybody else.
Yes.
Like even before my mom, like I'll kind of running past Airica like in conversation, like, oh yeah, I'm thinking about doing blah blah blah,
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't want her to feel like she's like left behind, because
Yeah, well, I don't anymore.
Okay. we've always said like we're gonna retire on a farm together.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's our
Actually,
thing.
we'll all be.
we will together. That's so interesting, because I do firmly believe that it's external pressure and external people that put the pressure on us on their idea of what twins should be and what our twinship should be. And I always tell April, it's like a daily battle. Like you're fighting someone else's expectation on what you think a twin should be or should be doing, So when April got her master's, I didn't want to get my master's. I'll just tell you a funny story, and I won't call any names, but at our church, April volunteered to be part of, I'll just say a book club. It was a program. And you better believe by the end of that Sunday, everyone was asking me, so when are you volunteering? And she purposely volunteered because that's what God had for her in her time in that life. And I was in a different season. So that's also too, like twins are in different seasons. And, they had a really hard time, like, coming up to me saying, like, why are you not part of, right, April?
Yes.
It was the mafia. It's the church mafia. So I say that with love because they're sweet people. But I was telling my mom, I'm like, we get tired of that because she made that decision to say, hey, I want to partake in this. And I made a decision not to because we needed space.
Right.
Yeah. And I made the decision on purpose with Adria. So to your point about, of course, we all know I'm running everything by her first. If she gets the stamp, then I can move forward. But we made a decision to say, like, we need to actually start doing some separate stuff. You know how sometimes at our season we come together, we come separate. So that was an intentional volunteering moment where I said, I want to do this by myself. I don't want Adria here. But, again, as we say, the world cannot handle it.
Yeah.
People, we can separate.
Oh, yeah.
So I totally get where you're coming from. And I can understand where you're talking about as well as when you're like, she's doing something that, well, everybody feels like if she's doing it, we should do it.
Yeah.
And what do you say to our family members and our friends and people who have that expectation?
Okay, let me chime in. I need to speak to the camera on this one. So, Monica, congratulations, just graduated with her master's.
Congratulations, Monty! That's amazing.
Thank you. Yes. And now the necks have turned to, so when are you going to go back to school? And I'm like, well, I'm not right now because my plate looks different than Monica's does.
Yes, thank you.
So, Yes, people, I'm not getting my master's.
Yes.
I don't know if I ever will.
And thank you. And that's what Airica said.
Exactly. But as of right now, I'm not getting it. So, and I'm happy with that decision.
Yes.
and that's okay. Like,
it's okay.
You know, like that's not, that expectation shouldn't be placed on you just because somebody else did it. Or not even somebody else, just because your twin did it.
That's right.
You know, like we're still two different people, as we said before. Like, you know, if you're not ready for that or you don't even think that's like in your career path, then that's fine, you know?
Right.
Exactly.
And so I like for parents of twins to hear that. Because April and I, as we've been sort of socializing this podcast, we've had a lot of people say they're either about to have twins or they just want to, from the parental standpoint, want to understand. And so one thing is to encourage identity, but definitely not cut it off because have you ever heard parents that I've talked to that say like, oh, they're absolutely going to be different. They're going to be Black and this person's going to wear white and they're not going to share any toys or anything, but you kind of lose the essence of being a twin. But the encouraging the identity is super important because we do have our own path. I mean, that's how God designed it. He set it up that way. So it's really hard. And some twins may not be able to deal with that. And you know, I was listening to a study and it was saying a lot of the internal conflict between twins is that one thing. Either it's competition or it's you trying to keep up, not with the Joneses, but with your twin, you know?
Exactly.
Just because someone thinks that you should. Yeah.
Yes. Have you all ever had competition with each other?
Yeah.
We do.
Especially our teenage years.
Yeah. Hey, do tell. Do tell.
Tell us a little bit about that. Because, you know, when I think about the audience who's listening to this podcast and when we get together, we never have to like explain anything, right? And I feel like that's with any twin. But the audience doesn't understand. So can you talk a little bit more about what that competition looks like? Because we call it healthy competition. But there are some that are not. But what did it look like in your world?
So I think when we were teenagers, you know, of course, there's an aspect of boys, and at that time, I think we had similar tastes. Not like right now, we just have different tastes.
Yeah.
But back then, you know what I'm saying?
The way she said it, I'm like, what is wrong with my taste?
No, not like that. I mean,
and folks, that will be a Twinversation coming soon.
I just made different tastes, you know, like she likes one thing, I like something different. So not a bad thing. But back then, you know, I guess our you know, wasn't a lot to choose from.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, there was, but it was like healthy competition. It wasn't anything where like there's hard feelings or anything like that. It was just competition because we're two young women. We're pretty young women, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the guys are looking at us and, you know, you know, one may look at her and I was like, oh God, well, I wanted him to look at me. You know what I'm saying? Like that, you know? Or she may get something like we used to share our older sister's clothes. That's like the only good thing about her. We used to share her clothes and, you know, like one day she might have wore like her Nikes, you know, or, you know, like really cute Nikes or something. And everybody's looking at her like, oh, I like your shoes or something. And I'm looking like,
you didn't get a comment.
Yeah. What about me, you know? So the next day, you better believe I was wearing those Nikes.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah. But I think like even with like friends too, huh?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I mean, even though we pretty much had the same friends, but it was still like, if, you know, like if her and one of our friends were going somewhere, I'd be like, oh, like, how come I don't get to go?
Like, the attention part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think part of that comes from April and I, like my mom always says, like, what are you guys talking about? Like, you talk so much and you know everything that happens. I think as a twin, you feel like, to your point, you have to both experience the same thing. Like, there can't be a day that she doesn't experience what I experience. So if your friends are going somewhere, tomorrow you're going.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's like this invisible bucket list. I'm like, April can't have her list. Your list can't be more.
Exactly.
It's got to be even. Yeah. So even, and that's what we were talking about, like with parenting and even. My mother, April and I tell this story, every time one had more money than the other, typically it was me having more money than her.
She said this every time.
I kid you not. This probably stopped maybe 10 years ago. She was sliding April money.
Oh my gosh.
And so I was like, how could you buy that? Because I know you didn't have as much money as I did. And she's like, and my mom was like, well, you know, so it was a real thing. I'm like, you don't have to have, it also makes the other twin feel like they always can never have an achievement more so than the twin.
Yeah, it does. Thanks, Mom. That's therapy, one-on-one therapy. I was going to say, speaking back to the competition, Adrian and I, we were like, well, like you said, so it manifests differently as we get older. And so lately, just, this podcast a lot has been a blessing because it's also allowed me to just like really sit back and reflect on what this is. And our competition now, and Adrian, I don't know if you agree, is more, well, some colleagues who work with us would probably absolutely agree, is like who got something right. Typically, I'm always right. And I think I'm right. And Adrian always thinks she's right. And so the competition is like when we find out the real answer, and it's just like, great. It's like a notch under the belt. No one else will get it. But I just think like it's this healthy competition that happens, as twins when we get older. It's interesting. Yeah.
Well, usually I go to her for advice. I'm usually going to her like, oh my God, like I've got, I did blah, 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 and then she's like, okay, well, I think you should do the book. Because she's like very resourceful.
She's a resourceful twin.
She's very resourceful.
And then Adrian, I need you to step your game up. Because we need a resourceful twin.
Yes, exactly.
So another something that was coming to mind, and I was thinking about I wanted to talk a little bit about the bond itself of twins and twinship, and then when twins like us get together. Because for the audience or for people listening, I don't know if you all are aware that there's not only just this twin bond with your actual twin, but there's this shared twin bond with other twins. And I feel like anytime I didn't know if we were going to really get through this episode without like bawling on the floor because we never do when we get together. And so I'm just curious on what are your thoughts? Like, have you ever even paid attention and realized, like, do you see a lot of twins? Do you connect with them? What is that experience like for you when you connect with other twins?
I don't know. To be honest, I like seeing baby twins. I don't know why. I just do. I love seeing like little twins, but older twins, I don't see too many. Yeah, I don't really see a lot of older twins. But I don't know if maybe because I know the rates of like fraternal twins have increased, so you don't really notice that they're twins like you would with us, because of fertility drugs and whatnot.
We've heard that from people like, oh my gosh, twins grow up because they're not used to and I finally got that because I think I mentioned this before. It's because twins typically are not living in the same area or not seeing day to day with each other.
I think it's very uncommon.
Yes.
The way we each live.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That I have somebody that I see pretty much every day.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Which is a blessing. That's my twin. Yeah, it is a blessing.
Yeah, which is a blessing.
But that's what I think is so interesting about both you and Monica is because, so Airica and Monica, for you all that don't know, they have children. They live life, marriage, and all those things. And that's a path that April and I have never taken. So how did that impact your twinship?
Oh, so I'll start first. I'm only got another hour.
And I read these questions by Airica
first. So when Monica got married, there was like that longing, like that feeling of feeling left behind again.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, see, when I got married, I didn't have the proposal, the marriage. I didn't have any of that, but Monica did.
Yeah.
So there was that sense of like, okay, I didn't get this, even though it was my choice.
Yes.
The way I did what I did. And at that time, I was on the verge of divorce.
Yeah.
When she was getting married. So there was that.
Yeah, she was married before me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So there was that, like, I feel kind of left behind a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting divorced. I'm coming back to you.
Yeah. You were supposed to wait.
Right.
You were supposed to wait.
Right, exactly. So, but then, she was off getting married and entering a new stage of her life, and even when she had Alana, when she was pregnant with Alana, I remember the first Mother's Day, and see, people on the outside that's not twin, they don't recognize what they do when they do things, but it was the first Mother's Day. And I don't know if I think you had Alana already because she was born in February. So she had already had Alana. And Monica got gifts for Mother's Day.
Oh.
Yeah, and I did it. And I was like, okay. Well, should I get pregnant?
Yeah. Okay. Oh my God.
She's the one being irresponsible.
And she's getting rewarded.
And she gets gifts.
She gets rewarded.
I didn't even get pregnant.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I think you make a good point too, because the outside twin world people, they don't understand what they're doing, but it really is an impact.
Yeah.
And if we're not strong enough in our twinship, then it could really cause a divide.
Right.
It could really cause a divide.
I didn't she just told me that now. I never even knew that affected her in that way.
Yeah.
Like at all. So I'm like shocked to hear that. Because I'm like, I'm all, had I known, I'm all, you could have just had Alana.
I gave you
Exactly.
But that's actually a good point. So, and how does that support happen? Like, how do you support your twin that's going through divorce, but you're getting married? Because are you able to be fully happy for your sister when you know yours is ending?
Oh yeah, I was happy for her because at that time
she was my maid of honor.
Yeah, I was her maid of honor. She had kids, and you know what I'm saying. I knew that it was going to be. At that time, I couldn't predict, but at that time, I thought that it was going to be a good thing for her. Like she was, going to the next stage of her life. She was married, and and Myron's a brother to me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So. That was good too. So, there wasn't any type of like reserved feelings or anything like that because I was going through divorce. I was happily divorced.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it wasn't
exactly.
like any type of residual feelings or anything.
Yeah. Well, I was talking to April yesterday and I was saying, like, as we get older, I find the need to want to be around my twin a lot more. I mean, there's some moments, there's a mute button. I'm muting April every day. But I do find that desire. And April works with a lot of colleagues who are twins and they have the same, they're married and maybe even live in different locations. But they're like, I got to call my twin. They're still that. I feel like that never leaves. As we get older, it probably gets stronger.
Yeah, I think so. I've always been like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe like a twin would live
I know.
Separate. Yeah. Like, because we live within, 7 minutes of each other? Like, we timed it.
And there's only a flight of stairs between me and April. So.
Exactly.
We still live together.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm mesmerized when I see, so we have a set of twins on our dad's side. They're fraternal, and one is out the country and one's in the country.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, they've always been that way. So sometimes I'm wondering, I feel like people put that expectation on us because we've also had folks who are like, you guys have spent too much time together. And it's just like, why are you mad?
Exactly. Where's the issue?
I know.
Exactly.
Why are you mad? We're cool.
Because I have a built-in bestie and you don't. Okay.
Again, talk to God.
Exactly.
I think that's because it doesn't play out the way they thought that it should play out.
Yes.
But we're in control. God's in control, but we have control over that. It's like no one can sort of externally influence what we're good with.
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
Good with
And on the marriage tip, I just want to say that Adrian and I always say that if we should get married, it's a possibility. It's a miracle throw. But if we do, that will be our second marriage. This has definitely felt like the first. And so I don't know because I've never been married, but does that
twinship prepare you for marriage? Because literally we learn compromise with one another.
Yeah, I think it wasn't us in the marriage that was the problem. It was
it will never be.
It was them.
Yes.
I'm like, because we're going to be here no matter what. Right. So with my ex-husband, strong emphasis on ex. With my ex-husband, he had been around us since we were, 15?
Yeah.
So he had been around us for a long time.
Yeah.
So he just it just came with the territory.
Right.
Like, he knew.
Yeah.
You're going to come second.
Yeah, you come. Yeah, exactly.
Pretty
much. Yeah. You're going to come, second. Like, that's my best friend.
Exactly.
So I think it kind of prepares you, but then I think they have a competition between each other too.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good
I didn't think
point.
about that dynamic. That is so true.
Yeah.
We were watching a very popular show where people look for homes. I won't say their name. But there was a couple on there and the wife, she wanted to make sure that they found a room. The home included an extra room for her twin.
Oh.
And I was like, and her husband was supportive, but he kind of didn't get it. But I'm like, girl, you're the bum.
Right. Well, that's always said. We're gonna retire together, married or not.
Yeah. We don't know how it's gonna factor in with our husbands.
Exactly. It's just but we're gonna be on the farm.
Whether you get on the boat or not.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just what it is, and this is why I'm happy we started this podcast. I'm happy we're having this conversation, and I hope that you both continue this journey with us because let's go travel the world and really understand what this looks like across the world, different cultures. That I have a fascination with that because I also know there's a lot of influences that we've talked about that impact this relationship. There's just a lot of research twin information, but for us, it's more important that we give out authentic friendship and authentic stories because while Adria is definitely my best friend, you know, she will work a nerve too all day, you know, and I'm sure that's with any relationship, but, you know, folks don't understand. Like, I was somewhere the other day and someone was like, have you heard from your twin? And I was like, no, and I'm okay with it, you know? So, but then if I do, then it's an issue, you know? So I'm also trying to navigate how to navigate these singletons. I don't know what's going to please you or not please you.
What do you guys want from us?
I give up.
What do you want from us? You know, and so I'm looking for the trends and the threads between, as we talk to many different, you know, twins, like, it's interesting. And, you know, so far, we're definitely connected in the way that we were raised by our mom, like looking alike and being alike and being together. And then I'm interested to hear, I want to hear somebody way out here that's like, oh God, no, we were totally separated. And how did that impact the life?
I mean, there are twins who obviously are not communicating with their twin.
Yeah.
Which breaks my heart because I'm like, oh my gosh. And that's what Eben always say, like, you guys are having a conversation. You need to have a twinversation. Because when you have a twinversation, there's, you know, no words need to be told or, you know, so that, but there are some twins on that spectrum. They just need to break away from their twin and probably for the reasons that we talked about.
And have you ever experienced that part?
Like, have you ever been apart emotionally? Not, I mean, physically, but like a point where you're like, I'm not talking to Airica and we didn't talk for 2 years.
Oh, no.
Okay.
It lasted maybe 2 weeks or something. Maybe 2 weeks.
It lasted 2 weeks.
Yeah, maybe like 2 weeks. And then if it was like 2 weeks, like, it's not like, oh, I didn't see her for 2 weeks. Like, she was still there. It was just like, you know, we just kind of had our own space. Like, you know, but no, we've never like not talk for like years.
Yeah,
I don't think that would ever happen.
I mean, I don't think it's allowed. With our mothers, are you kidding me?
Exactly.
Exactly. Airica, pass me the potato salad.
But that, and that's so interesting to me too, because, you know, and I'm sure Mom Ham is the same way. Our mom, you know, we get to that point where people are like, I'm not getting into arguments anymore, you know, because we're going to be friends in the next 5 minutes. I told Adria,
no, that's so true.
Yeah, it's still true. I told Adria, it's like, get out my face, and the next minute it's like, do you want to go bowling? What are we doing here?
I mean, it's the cycle of our communication. Now, I can say our communication has been choppy and challenged this last couple of years or whatever. And I don't know if that's hormonal. Just because we're getting close to an age, I won't admit, when things start happening.
Right.
But I have noticed too, like, okay, we got to get back. I mean, if it comes to a point where April and I are bickering a lot, I'm like, okay, we need to take a chill. Like,
we need
ourselves.
some space.
Yeah, we need some space.
How is your communications? What's your communication style between each other, and how is it?
Well, I think we know when we're getting on each other's nerve. Because we'll just, it's like unsaid. Like, I don't have to tell her, like, if she's getting on my nerves, she doesn't have to tell me if I'm getting on her nerves. It's just, we just have our space. But I think because we don't live together, that it allows us to have our space. Because then she doesn't have to come over, you know, on a Wednesday if she doesn't want to, you know?
Yes.
So I don't know. I think, I don't know. It's like, I don't know, like, because it's so, like, it's like a twin thing. Like,
it just happens.
Yeah, like, we don't have to say it. It's just, you know, like, you just feel the vibe. Right. And I'm like,
and then literally, like, the next day we're good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Or something. It's just space. I think it's just sometimes you're just not in the mood. You know, and you just need those couple hours to yourself. And, you know.
Yeah.
And your twin's just willing to give it to you.
Because I know, like, not to bother her during that time. But then you best believe, like, 2 days later, I'll be like, oh, you know, let me send her this on Instagram.
or my mom can say something. Not my mom. Anybody can say something against her.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh, hell no.
Exactly.
Not going to do.
Totally. Exactly. The other day, I think April and I were going to we were going to the mailbox or something, going to mail something. And so often she was like, I'll just jump in a car with you. She was taking too long. And I told myself at 48, and I said my age. But I told myself, I'm not waiting on April anymore, because she'll say that and then she'll start typing and doing something else. The girl need to focus. Okay. So I left. Here goes a call. Where do you want to meet? Where should we meet? I'm like, okay, I was just going to take this as a time for myself. Like, we need a tap out area.
Yeah, we definitely need a tap out. So I think I told herself, I'm like, you know, at the beginning of the year, you're like, I'm focusing on me. And I'm like, emphasis me. So I'm taking all of these individual trips by myself. And so, like, 3 months in, she's like, where are you going?
Because, you know, I told April, I was like, if I find out what your trip is, I'm going to buy a ticket. And you're going to land at 3 and I'm going to land at 2:30. And I will be there to meet you.
I love it. I love it.
I just think, to your point, Monica, about the vibe, though, it's just something, we actually are really, really fortunate. I feel for our siblings. And I feel for those who don't have this connection, because it really is a blessed connection.
It is.
Isn't it?
It is.
Yes, it
absolutely
is. It's a very unspoken. I always explain it as a rubber band that could never be broken. I don't care how far apart you pull it. It's always going to come back together. And that's the beautiful thing of what we have. What I do appreciate as well is just when we get with you or other twins, as I was mentioning earlier, is just still unspoken. It's almost like our bonds just cross each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even when we meet twins at a grocery store or something, it's immediately nobody else exists. As we know, our family does not like that, but we get into our own code.
Yes.
And we get to talking about all the experiences that we have. And so that's what's really interesting to me. And I hope folks get from this podcast and learn, like, what does it look like in the day-to-day? And not just like brought onto a show and just asked a question, but what does it really look like when we're doing life together? What does that mean when one's heart's broken and one's not? What does that mean when, like you said, to your point of this person's moving to this phase, I'm moving to that one? Because we have our own adjustment period, and then we have to deal with the outsiders. And so I'm really hoping that people will allow us to grow in our own authentic ways as twins, and allow I hope the conversation changes.
Yeah.
And the expectations changes as other twins are coming up in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
I really do.
And even like with us, like when you mentioned the day-to-day, just like with raising kids too, like our kids are so close.
Also,
They look alike.
They look alike. Their kids look alike.
Yeah, they do. And they people like, that don't know whose is who.
Yeah.
They just assume that they're all sister and brother.
I say they all belong to me.
Yeah, they're genetic siblings, because genetically they have half of of my DNA or her DNA.
Yes.
Which is the same, identical. And, but yeah, our kids, they go to her, they will come to me. Like, it's just, Airica's more motherly.
Yeah.
So, when I was working, they would go to her often because she was the one that would pick them up. She was the one that would make dinner for them. And she was there with them all the time. And I was at work, working.
But that's so nice, because they, in their own way, get to bond with your twin. You know what I'm saying? So,
they have their they have
their own relationship. Yeah, exactly.
They have like their own relationship, with her, and sometimes they will get us confused. Like often.
When April and I, with twins, babies, toddlers, or even babies actually would see April and I, they just would start crying, because they're like, what in the world?
And their eyes will look like this.
More often than not. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry.
But I think that's beautiful how you talk about, because yes, your kids look just alike, but I love that, because we always wonder too, obviously we don't have children, but I always wonder, like, how does the child of the other twin bond with the auntie? And what does that look like? Is it completely different? Are they confused?
Do
they ask you questions?
I think it's partly like because it's not their mom, because you never want to go to your mom, right?
Yes, there's still somebody. Yeah.
So I think part of that, like her daughter is just like, I can't
She
get
calls
rid of
her
her.
Monica.
Monica. Like, I literally cannot get rid of her. And she's like very, very like, close to me.
Yeah. Yes.
But I don't know. I think it's part of that, and partly because, like, I don't know, I just have like a bond more with the girls.
Yes.
Airica has a bond more with the boys.
Yeah.
So I have 2 girls and 1 boy. She has 2 boys and 1 girl.
Yeah.
So we have 3 girls and 3 boys between us. Yeah, so the boys just, I don't know. I think she kind of understands them a little bit more than I do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm a boy mom.
and I'm a straight girl mom, because,
Well, one thing I do want to talk about just a little bit, or it's something that came up in my mind yesterday, and I was telling Adrian, I was like, I always say this to myself, but I'm like, have you ever thought about, like, what it would be like to just have your own face?
I was like, April, you really do have your own face? But she was like, no, literally, like, wake up and know that you don't look like someone.
Right.
And you don't know what it feels like to be singles in that regard.
Yeah, I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, I even forget that I'm a twin. Like, I don't know if you guys go through that. I don't recognize it until someone says it. Like, we'll be in, like, the store.
Yeah.
And somebody comes like, oh my God, you guys twins? And I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
I am
we
a
are.
twin. I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. And then like, what was it? Last year, my boyfriend I threw my boyfriend a party, and I had been hanging out with these people for years. Never told them I was a twin because you don't remember.
We don't.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm just a twin. Like
Yes.
I don't advertise it, you know? So I had been hanging out with these people for I don't know how long. And we had a party, so she comes over. And she came over before the party started to help me out. So I go, his family had came in the front door. I said, hey, you know, how are you guys doing? I said, I'm going to go upstairs really quick and change. So I go upstairs to change my clothes. She's in the backyard. They didn't know that I was a twin. This is family. I never told them I was a twin either. So she goes they go in the backyard and see her. And instantly he was like, didn't she just say she went upstairs? Like, so he was like freaking out because he's like, oh my God. He's like, she just said she went upstairs and now she's in the backyard. Like, so the same thing happened. Like that, the entire day it kept happening because she was outside. I was inside the house.
Yeah.
So one of his like really good friends that I like literally just had dinner with a month before, she comes in the backyard and sees Airica and she goes, I'll let you tell the story.
Well, she comes up to me and she's like, hey, like trying to like make small talk to me. I'm looking at her like, hey, how are you?
I don't know you.
Exactly. So then I don't know, did you come out the door or something? Did you come outside?
She came inside.
Oh, she came
inside the house and she's like, oh my God. She's like, I did not know that you had a twin. She's like, you never said anything. And I was like, oh yeah, I said I have a twin. And she's like, you were just staring at me like you didn't know me. She's all, and I was just like I met you. I had dinner with you.
And now you're not talking to me.
And now all of a sudden you don't know me. So like it was super funny though.
And then her sister-in-law comes up to me later on, and she's like just griping about her husband and the things that he was doing and how they're running late. And I'm like, okay, why is this lady sharing so much information with me?
Now, April and I, our agreement is that if somebody walks up to us and they hug me, I'm just going to hug them because she'll know more than me. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, whatever, you know.
Oh, yeah. I answer to Airica. Yeah, I answer to Monica. If I'm in the street and someone's like, Airica, I'm like, hey.
Yeah, me too. I honestly don't want to make them feel bad.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just answer. She's in the grocery store, like, all the time because she's like Airica's like
Adrian.
in the grocery store. Oh, she does too. Yes. And it drives me crazy. I'm just like, like she'll go to different stores and like, oh, so-and-so has this on sale. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to one store, get my stuff, you know. But she, I've got a little bit better, but she, like in the grocery store, they know her. Yeah. So when I go in, they're looking at me like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you think I'm Airica, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not Airica.
I'm so happy you brought that up too because, and I think we talked about this before, but I would love for you to vouch for us on, you know, the doctor appointments and the visits and the mix match.
Yes.
You know, of people, just speaking of people who not knowing you're twins, because we don't really tell people we're twins.
I'm always a victim of that, by the way.
And also, just really quick, let me just pivot back because when you said your answer to Airica, I'm sorry, Adrian. Adrian's been called April for the past week.
No, from family. So I kid you.
I'm going to go back to that, and I know people are like they're skipping around, but I got to just say
I kid you not. In the last 10 days, I've been called April 6 times by a family member, and she knows who she is because I told her yesterday. I'm on FaceTime with you. Why are you calling me April? She's like, yeah, so I talked to Adria yesterday. And I'm like, it's me.
Right. Family are the same thing.
Oh, yeah. So just wanted to lift that up.
And I'm like, you guys have been around us for literally 48 years.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, 48 years. And we still can't get it right.
Like, still calling me people. Speaking of people who can't get it right, the doctors can't get it right.
Yes.
The offices can't get it right.
Did you guys have the same doctors?
Yeah, we still do.
Yeah, we do too.
Mm-hmm. We still do.
We do too.
Can you just vouch for us? Because when we tell people, they just think it's a coincidence about appointments and mix-ups.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times she has been scheduled for my appointments.
We just went through this, like literally in June. Yeah,
they even at the pharmacy. Yeah, they've sent prescriptions for me or you for me.
Yes.
I'm like, dude, get it right.
Like, all you do is check the name.
All you have to do is check. No, Monica put in the file where they were like, no, you have to check the phone number and the address.
Yes.
If you check the phone number and the address, that's probably the only thing that's different. But you guys need to check that. But yeah, and then it doesn't help because the first 6 digits of our phone number are exactly the same.
So you made it difficult for them.
I got like April's reminder. I think it was a dentist appointment, and I was like, I just went. I was like, okay. But April and I, we tell those stories. So our mom was a colon cancer survivor. Praise God for that, 30-some years. Amen. And so we had to get our colonoscopy. And April went like into December. So they finally got to a point, the doctors being that they weren't going to schedule us around the same time. Because, obviously you shouldn't do twins at the same time. I literally get my colonoscopy in like April. So April goes in December and I'm getting mine in April. And the lady calls me and she's like, do you just happen to like colonoscopies? And excuse me? She's like, because your colonoscopy was super clean. I'm just trying to figure out why are you back? And I said, ma'am, do your due diligence. My name is, A&A, yeah. But my social security number, my payment method is different. So we have that happen so many times, especially like in college and financial aid. They canceled my application year after year. So finally I got them to put in the system identical twin.
Job applications, this job application.
It's always getting swiped. But I did get April's job one time. I got retribution one time in my life. April, do you want to tell a story real quick?
I'm just going to tell this one story.
Lick your wounds.
So this is when switching us fails. It was, early 20s, and I'm going for a job interview, and Adria's like, sure, I'll come. Obviously she's coming. So we're sitting in there, and I go actually in, I'm not going to say the company names, but it was in Glendale, and I go in the interview and do the interview, right? I'm killing it, I think. So I come back out and Adria's not in the waiting room. So I'm like, that's weird. Where did she go?
But now behind the scene, because y'all know I love to interrupt, behind the scenes, I built rapport with the HR person that I did not know was HR. I'm just thinking she's just a lady sitting there talking to me. Go ahead.
So I come out and I'm like texting her, calling her. So I'm thinking maybe she went to the restroom, sitting there. Adria comes out of the room I was just in. Like they brought her through another room. And she has this big smile on her face. And I'm like, where have you been? And she was like, I got hired.
And do you know, I stayed on that job 6 months because
she took the job.
I took the job. It was a great job. It made great pay.
Oh my gosh.
She took the job.
That is hilarious.
I was like,
and they did not offer April the job.
I didn't get the job. So she always says, like, that's retribution for me always being the downfall for being your twin. So, but yes, people, it happens. This happens. I'm just glad you vouch for it because we always say this all the time that other people are like, yeah, sure, that was just one thing. But I'm like, no, it's actually part of the twin experience.
It is.
The mix up and, things of that nature.
Do you also have the transference of feeling symptoms that your twin is feeling? Yeah, because we do too. Okay.
She knew I was in labor.
Yeah.
Really? With Alana. Yeah. She knew I was in labor with Alana the morning that she went into labor.
You felt it?
Oh, yeah. I woke up as soon as I got the phone call. I'm like, Monica's in labor. Before I even answered it, Monica's in labor. Yeah. And sure enough, I think it was my mom calling, saying that Monica's in labor. I'm like, I knew that.
She's 4 centimeters dilated. I've already checked.
Something you just said was an aha moment for me because you said my mom. So April and I do that too. We flip between our mom and my mom. And someone said, well, if you're twins, isn't it your mom too? I said, it depends on the situation.
I actually never say our mom. I will say mommy. I say, oh, mommy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But I never say like our mom. But I do say my mom. Like, I don't know if I say my mom. If I'm talking to somebody about my mom, then I will refer to her as my mom.
Yes,
exactly. But I don't think I ever say like, oh, our mom.
You're going to start saying it now.
I know. I'll have to like watch that. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, it is your mom too.
There'll be a lot of things that you'll pay attention to after this podcast.
Exactly.
That you can pinpoint and be like, wait a minute, I thought we were good.
She's driving, so.
The minute you get home.
Exactly.
So I'll get a text message.
See, our listeners don't know. When we come together, I'm telling you, it's 90% of the time we're laughing.
Yeah.
Right? And so we started to have like these twin days, primarily to celebrate our twinship, but primarily to shun our older siblings out. We give them a lot of flack. But the last twin day we had was super fun. April and I planned a great day. It was like being on Amazing Race.
Yes. It was a day filled with events.
We had like wardrobe changes.
We went to multiple spots. We went to multiple spots.
For other twins out there, if you have some twins that you kind of get around, like you should totally like do that. It's so much fun.
Maybe we could stay on Twin Day.
I know.
You know what we should do? April and I registered to do the Twin Festival next year. We should go
is
together.
there
We all go
serious?
together.
Yes, in
You want to
Where's
go
it,
Twin State
Minnesota
Festival
or
in
Minnesota?
Ohio.
Yeah.
Twin somewhere.
Oh,
somewhere in
it's
Ohio.
somewhere.
Yeah.
But I
We
know what
should
you're
go.
talking about. I
We
wanna
should
go.
go.
Yeah, so I'll go. I'm
Let's
down
go.
with that.
No, I
Let's
think
go.
that'd be
I
great.
mean, it's like a ton of people that's already there, and we're always getting asked how we're going. And I'm like, oh, we should go this year. Like, I feel like
I wish we were part of a twin community.
I know.
I know.
I think
I
we
really lucked out.
should.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say right now, I think we put in a lot of years of being twins that we need to, that we actually should be recouping everything.
Right,
As
exactly.
twin.
I know.
Twin discounts, twin anything, whatever it is, we need to like play this to our advantage
Exactly.
and use it.
Oh yeah, because when the day we went out, remember how much attention we got? Everybody's
Yes.
like, "Are you guys twins? Like, are you twins?" Yeah. So I think we
So,
should like start
I need to
keeping
feel that again. We
like a
should
little
keep a
bucket
log,
with
a
us
little
or something. I'm all, you
but
pay
not
for these
performing.
pictures.
Performing, but not performing.
Exactly.
That's funny because that leads me to a question. How do you both handle twin paparazzi? It's a real thing, people.
Oh yes.
Yes,
Twin
it
paparazzi
is.
Everybody loves a twin.
And my mom used to always like pinch us and say like, stop being mean. But I'm like, I don't want my face like, taking a picture of. I'm not a celebrity, but I am.
Twin paparazzi, real
No,
thing.
it really is. It really is. I mean, literally, we can like, but that's why I said like, I don't think there's a lot of twins by us because literally when we're together and don't let us have on like similar
Something
outfits.
similar.
Yes, right.
Or our hair parted the same. Like right now, I did the middle part. So like usually, if our hair is parted the same, oh my god, it's like
All the time.
yes,
All the time.
like we
Constantly.
can't go anywhere because someone's like, oh my god, you guys are twins.
Yeah.
Like no shit, you know?
We just lean into it. You know what I'm saying? And
I do.
Just
I do.
embrace
If
it.
it's gonna make their day, I will
Right,
say
exactly.
this. I don't know if I brought this up on the first episode, so forgive me if I repeat about where we were in the mall in college and they thought we were twins.
No.
So some kid thought we were Tia and Tamara. Okay. Sure, we'll take it. Adrian looked at me and was like, don't break their heart. So we went with it. Sorry, Tia and Tamara. Sorry. But we went with it because they kept saying it.
We don't want to hurt the baby's
I didn't want to hurt his feelings. Like a little 5-6-year-old or something. They kept saying it. So we're just like, we'll go with it. So we're just going to keep rolling with whatever twins that you
But we did see, we were at the mall yesterday and we did see these two twin boys, teenagers, probably 14 or 15. And it was interesting to sort of like observe their behavior. So I get the interest in watching twins and things like that.
Yeah.
But they literally did the same thing that April and I did,
Yeah.
acted the same way, hugged each other the same way,
Aw.
and they
Looked
had the
out for
same
each
twin
other.
group as well. So they had friends around them.
Oh,
'Cause
nice.
so it was real nice
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
That's
see.
cool.
See, if I see a twin when I'm out, I miss my twin instantly.
Yeah. Me too.
That is so
Yeah.
true.
I know. And I actually feel like twin envy because I'm like, oh, like
Yeah.
my twin's not here, you know?
Well, not only that, but my twin and I would do it better than you and your twin.
That's like competition. Not great.
Well, I remember somebody told me one time, like, twins look awkward. They told us, they were like, oh my God, you guys are so pretty. They're like, normally I see twins, they look really awkward. I'm like, really?
Where have you seen them at?
I was like,
I never hung around ugly twins.
yeah,
We don't know those twins.
exactly. And that's what I was like, I've never seen that before in my life, but okay. I was like, so I guess whatever twins that they were like in contact with, apparently they were like very awkward looking. So
Maybe we go to Ohio, we'll see. I'm like, that's who they were talking about.
That's who it is right here.
wait, but speaking of, like, do you guys ever think, like, I don't think fraternal twins have that same, like,
I wonder. Okay, so I want to have fraternal twins on here. Let's
Yes.
find some.
Yeah, I do.
Because I do want to. I mean, that's a real deal, and I do want to understand. Like, do they feel gypped? Do they have the same bun? It's like they got half of the hall pass.
Right.
We do have a set of fraternal twins.
we're going to have fraternal twins coming for us.
No, please do not
They're gonna
come
be
for
coming for us.
Fraternal twins, please.
Please don't come for us. We are all one family. Do not come
Like
for
the
us.
little split embryos. We're like, wait a minute, first of all,
Okay.
God did that.
Okay. We were not involved in that decision. I do want to know. So I'm hoping that we get some fraternal twins on here. Because I'm just
I hope so.
I would love to see that show.
I'm really curious. Okay, so we're close to the end, but one of the topics that Adrian and I like to cover are, let us know. We're asking every guest because we are compiling a list that I hope I post on our website. By the way, Twinversation Podcast.
Such a shameless
Also,
plug.
check out our merch.
Such a shameless plug.
But I want, what is the most annoying twin question you've been asked? I'm collecting them.
Each of you. Like, you have to have your own
each
question.
of you. I have many, but do you have one?
I think, are you twins? Because
Yeah, like apparently,
I'll take
obviously.
that.
But for me, it would probably be, let me think. I don't know, like just the dumb ones. The ones that when they go up to you and they're like, what's your birthday?
oh yeah.
Yes.
What's your birthday? Apparently we have the same birthday.
Yeah, exactly.
We will add that to the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm adding
Someone
that to the
asked me
list.
one time, and it was vulgarity, but not without curse words, but it was just like, do you guys sleep with the same twin? It was so, I was just
Oh,
like, are you
yeah.
kidding
I was
me?
just so turned
We
off.
gotta
So,
know,
you know,
yeah.
after I came back to consciousness. But that dude. But I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, that's what you wanted to ask.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Like, oh, you get 2 for 1?
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
No, you don't.
No.
It's not like a lie, dude.
It's a little bit of twin harassment, but that'll be next episode. That'll be next episode.
Twin harassment, twin haters.
Yes,
So
exactly.
I will leave with this story. Seriously, like in our second year of college, we had a professor. Ava and I had a music class together, and we had a professor. You know, we were in there. You had to get your syllabus and things. And as she's going through the syllabus and telling us like what assignments are going to be due, she comes over to us. So Ava and I kind of leaned down to hear what she's saying, and she's like, "Don't think you're going to be in my class turning in one assignment." I have never met this lady before in my life. So I just was like, what? I'm sure somewhere I could have sued. But I just was like, why bring that energy?
Right.
We do our own work.
Exactly.
We clearly got in,
And
by our
why
own
would we even
merits.
do that? Like,
I
that's
know.
not.
But she had that same energy and attitude the
Oh
entire
my
semester.
gosh.
So much so we told like our chair, and they were like, just it was like a level 100 class, so they were like, just get through it. But
Yeah,
I was
oh
just
my
like, man,
gosh.
who did something to you?
Right.
Like a twin step
What
on your
twin
toe or
stepped on
something.
your toe?
Those will be stories too that we'll be collecting. I really hope to put something together so that we can really shed the light on like again the day in our life, what we go through, what we're asked, and maybe non-twin people or singletons or whatever will just have a little bit more compassion when they come up to us, have a little bit more empathy, actually be intentional. Like I love getting in conversations with people about twins and having a twinship. I just want it to be a very authentic and not surface conversation with me.
Yeah.
Not if I touch you, she feels it. Like
Those things happen, but that we're so much deeper than that. That's the whole premise of this podcast. It's like we have more depths and layers to us.
Exactly.
Definitely.
yes.
Other than just, oh, they look alike.
Exactly. Exactly.
We look alike,
We got
they sound alike.
emotional. Exactly. We got emotional layers. When one twin's on, one twin's off. When someone's sad, how do you support your twin when she's sad? It's just so much to us that we couldn't get through. But that's okay because maybe we'll do it round 2.
Yes, exactly.
Well, that's true.
I
Because
think we'll do round 2 or 3.
and I'm known for these lastlies. Like I'll be like our last word, and I'm adding another last word there. But seriously, April brought up this idea. Well, she brought up this thought to me, and she's like, "Do twins, you and I? So I'm asking you, Airica and Monica, do you feel like your twin represents you out in the public?" Because April is good to like scrutinize my email responses because she knows I'm a little bit more blunt in my language, and so she's like, how did you respond to so and so? I'm like, you're not going to lose your friendship with them because of how I responded to the email. But do you feel like your other twin holds that responsibility to represent you both as a unit?
Yeah, I definitely. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Definitely, like I'm the background. She's the forefront because
Okay.
she's always gonna look good.
Okay.
Her hair is always gonna be perfect. She's always gonna have her makeup's always gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
Her clothing. I'm in the background. I'm like the one. Hey, you represent us. Because if you look good, I look good. They can look at you and say like, "Oh, she gonna look like that too."
Wait, but I was going to say that when I need my backbone, that's my back. Because she will like literally throw down.
Yeah.
Like I'm the one.
That's what we do, Erica. Thank you very much.
Right? Seriously, because I'm the one like, oh no, we'll just talk about it. Like, I'll compose like a really nice, message.
That's why we fun.
Exactly. And she's just like, no. That's not gonna happen. Like we literally, like I had an incident recently with my ex-husband and she was like my voice. Cause I don't like, I'm the type like forget it. Like, I'm going to pray on him. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I'm going to pray on him, whatever. And she's like, no. I told him. And I'm like, oh, my God.
That is so Adria. I mean, but so my mom was like, Adria's a little bit blunt and harsh. So I'm like, Adria, let me read what you said. You don't need to check what I write.
I was like, you don't need to check what I write. I wrote what I wanted to write. You know, like, because the thing with April is, and I don't know, well, you kind of spoke to it. The difference in our temperament is that I've always been a person, I'm working on this. God has given me encouragement. But I've always been a person that I like to nip things in the bud. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, let's just tackle this phase 4. We can move on. April will let it fester and fester and fester until it blows up. So I'm trying to share with her some practical tips about if you just address something head on. But what I've learned is that I need to better my my avenue in my words and soften them a little bit. So I'm working on that.
I appreciate you because you do represent us. So words cannot express how much not only do I love you and appreciate you, but appreciate our bond. And for you all stopping by today. And I just want to tell everyone out there, continue to listen to this podcast and continue to support twins.
Yes, seriously.
Check us out. Again, as I mentioned before, you can go to twinversationspodcast.com to learn more about our story, to check out our store, but also just, you know, continue to subscribe and join us on the ride as this evolves to whatever God wants it to evolve to.
Yeah. Any final words for this episode? Not final words in the universe.
Episode, final recommendations, anything?
Well, I'm proud of you guys. I
am
really
too.
am. And I'm honored that we're your first twin.
Exactly. Same. I'm so like, when you guys told me, I was just like, oh my God, like it's finally here. Yeah. But I think I spoke about this in the beginning, like, just for you to take it takes courage, right? Like to step out of your comfort zone and to do something that you want to do.
At all.
I know, exactly. Yeah. And that's growth. Like that is so like amazing. Yeah. So I'm very, very like just so proud of you guys both.
Oh, that means a lot.
I mean, all the best. Like, you know, we're going to pray over this podcast, make sure that, you know, God does nothing but, you know, help you guys out in the
that's so amazing
behind the scenes.
But you know you'll be back when we have our siblings on.
My gosh, yes.
Which by the way, our older sisters, they are like, oh my gosh, this. But I'd be curious to see what their experiences with us.
It might not be so friendly.
So I just turn off their mics.
I received that from you both. I thank you so
do.
much. And we'll see you on episode 3.
Yep. See you on episode 3. Signing off. Bye, everybody.
Signing off.
Bye.
Bye.
Cut the tape. This podcast has been brought to you by the Brody Twins, a.k.a. your co-host. We want to thank our guest for contributing to today's Twinversation. For our twin community and those who love to learn more about twins, make sure you stay connected and follow us on Instagram at Official Twinversations Podcast. You know what? There's one more way that you can find us. Visit our website at www.twinversationspodcast.com to check out the latest episodes and the many platforms where you can watch and listen to our podcast.
And if you and your twin will be in the LA area and would like to be considered as a guest on our episode, fill out a contact form on our website. Don't forget to check out our merch store while you're visiting.